I asked Jeff to consider helping us with a children's fundraiser. Not wanting to just ask him to do that, I offered him a second buck, and boy, he jumped at that.
What I would like better than that is if I could give that second buck to Glenn Garner.
I'm a bow hunter, that's my background. Hey Davey, what do you think the chances are we can pull this deal off with a bow?
It was just this long 20-second pause, and David said, all right, we'll try to do that.
These deer are wired here. They're extremely wild. They're very nervous. They just jump out of their skin when you make a mistake. And I was not a bit convinced that we would be able to get a big buck on film, on the ground with a bow and arrow. When you're bow hunting, there's both size and opportunity. You have to kind of shoot by opportunity. We had no idea what was using this water hole that Glenn set up on.
What I thought we would have to do, and what David and I discussed, is the possibility of doing this off the ground, which there again made it even more difficult. David and I talked about it. I asked him if he had a decoy. He did. I felt like we could put the decoy out downwind of us just to draw some attention off of our blind. Hey, it's him. It's the big deer with the draw. He was focused on the decoy. You could tell he wasn't really concerned about the ground blind. When I realized he was close enough, he made one mistake. He turned his head away from me, which gave me an opportunity at that point to draw. Yeah, baby, that's it. That's money. Did you see that? Oh, he's spewing it. I heard him crash, not 50 yards in there. Yeah, baby. First Decamani bow buck. This Bowtech bow, I love it, man. I love it. Big gush come out of him, and he did a face plant, and it was over. Did y'all even see anything this morning?
Did you?
Seen 3 deer. A doe, a buttonhead, and seen that drop tine buck.
Where was it?
He come up the road. Actually, he's laying right over there if you want to go look.
No, did you? Oh man! No way. Airlift you.
We've got this little ritual going now. Each time we get a big deer down, you know, we kind of give each other a body slam. I caught him last year on his big deer.
And so it wasn't planned, but this morning when he said that dead deer right over there, I thought, you know what, it's my turn. I got to take him to the ground, and I took him down and started wailing on him. So it's a beating I think both of us are willing to take.
First deer ever killed on El Cazador with a bow and arrow.
That's a giant.
Man, I'm telling you, I'm gonna take up that Bowtech hunting, because if you kill one at 42 yards, my 300 short mag won't make a hole bigger than that.
Woo! The cool thing is that the way that drop comes down at the end of that, look at the height on that.
I'm telling you, what do you run, 35, 40 yards?
40 yards, 40, 45 yards is it.
I'm telling you what, if you can't follow that,
No,
Stevie
no.
Wonder could follow that. That's awesome.
I gotta have me one of those.
I don't think he's gonna give you that.
Not that one.
We're gonna kill a deer today, Foxworthy.
That sure would be fun.
The guides had seen a tremendous buck that they had named Ocean's 13. They named him that because they said he was as big as an ocean and had 13 points. So that was the deer that I told Jeff we were going to target. We set up a ground blind for him to move in a little tighter so that the footage would be a little closer, and because he normally came out at like 500 yards from the stand site.
I have to give a lot of credit to Chris Shepard. Chris had gone out scouting for us before we'd gotten there. He'd built this tremendous ground blind. I mean, the sun was behind us, which is what you want. He made this thing so pretty. The wind's right in our face.
But late in the day, the deer came out way at the end of the sendera and started moving his way towards a group of does that were in front of us a couple hundred yards away.
See? Yeah. That's him. Look at his body, Jeff.
He's a tank.
He's a tank. That's what they call.
Then he hung up at the edge of these does and he started lip curling and wouldn't move any tighter, and the light was fading fast, and Jeff had to make a decision fairly quickly.
Okay, I will.
You smelling a doe?
Okay, yeah. Okay, you got that 8 in front of it.
I know. I mean, he's getting ready to get broadside. See, he's broadside right there.
Hold on.
His lip curling.
Yeah, he's got his nose up. All right, ready?
I'm ready.
Is he looking back the other way?
Yes. He's looking straight ahead. He's smelling, see? His nose is up in the air.
I got it.
He's down, baby.
Is he down? Dude, that is a giant deer. Golly, what a buck. What a buck.
When I shot, you know, you've got the recoil of the gun. All I saw was the deer just drop. And I'm shooting over the grass and I thought, well, I hit him high shoulder, which is a shot that will make them drop like that. And Gary said, you know, he just dropped like a bag of rocks.
Needless to say, we were really excited when that deer hit the ground like a ton of bricks.
That was a pretty far shot.
Dude, didn't you?
You know, I would have liked him closer, but the light was going down.
You know what? And he was broadside.
You know, last year, when Jeff made that shot at that deer the opening day, we didn't know his gun was off 5 inches. He got in the night before real late, and we made an exception to our rule about shooting a rifle before you go hunt, because really there wasn't time to do it. And he had just had a hunt where the gun was dead on. In making that transition from where he had been to Texas, the gun shifted point of impact caused him to hit that deer in the horn and shoot a tine off. And I joked with him, I said, now you're not gonna come down to Texas and shoot another horn off, are you?
What the heck?
You shot his horn off.
No way. Gary, I'm getting really good at shooting your deer's horns off.
I know it.
How did I hit that deer there?
I don't know. But he's down.
He is
He ain't
down.
going anywhere. That is so weird.
When I walked down with him and we saw that horn laying over on the side of the ground, my heart just broke for him. So I'm thinking he shot the deer in the horn. Turns out he hadn't. He had actually shot him in the skull. But that wouldn't have happened had I been a better guide. Number one, not getting him too excited, and number two, helping him know where the deer was standing relative to the grass, reminding him that the point of impact was going to be high at 200 yards. And we did have a few more minutes of light. We could have waited, and I think the deer would have come back across into a more open area. But you know, you get involved in the excitement of the hunt, and that adrenaline gets to rushing, and you make decisions that in retrospect could be wiser.
Shot the brow tine off too.
How in the world did that happen?
And Gary said, you shot his horn off. And I started looking at it. I said, no, there's not a bullet hole in it. I mean, it fits perfectly back in there, but it was just the force on the back of that head just flew it off.
You know what?
What?
I'm still okay with it. He's gonna look great.
He is.
Thankfully, have a good taxidermist that can fix that. He's got super glue, and I'll look at him the rest of my life. But it is definitely a hunt to remember. Usually when you hunt with Gary, it's a hunt you're never going to forget, and this year was no exception.